Man, what's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not another damn
Another
podcast.
damn podcast.
Minute by our
Our
damn
damn
self.
selves.
So 370. Hey,
370.
smack dab in the middle of summertime shy right now. Oh yeah. We in it. Yeah.
Although it doesn't feel like it, because
Yeah.
walking through Walmart the other day, I saw the back to school
Oh
display. And
yeah.
I'm like,
I haven't been in Walmart yet, but I remember when I was a kid, like this that'll be when I started getting anxiety when I walk in and see all the
right, because
back to school
I
supplies.
walked in and then I
It's
saw
too
the
early.
display.
I was like,
I saw a display like your one-stop shop because they have like all the stuff with the pens, the crayons, the color pencils, like all like in a little
the
thing.
time when I would start getting the anxiety when I would see
And
that.
then you walk over to the seasonal aisle. The seasonal aisle is all school supplies now. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's back
we're
to
still in summer. Put the summer stuff, put the shades back, put the,
on screen, all of that. That's what I
put
want to.
the floaties, the little pool floaties, put that back over there. We don't want to think about sending these kids back to, well, we kind of do, but
Oh
get them out.
yeah, me. I'm just thinking like, yeah, this
Like,
is the time.
well,
Now you
let me
root.
pause
So
for a
you're at that
second.
age where you root for back to school. Like, okay, like yeah.
It's a mixed bag because I want the kids to enjoy summer, but then the way the kids be acting like, okay, like we
Times I
always
wish
say,
you were back in school. You be like, yeah.
your summer stomach, it's like you eat all day. Like you're I'm hungry. It's like you don't eat this much at school. You
Because
do
you
not eat
can't.
this much
Yeah,
at
like while you
school.
sitting at your desk, you're not
You
eating.
don't eat all day.
You're not pulling a sandwich out of your pocket while you sitting at your desk. Knock it off. It's like,
And then just what's the other thing? And then just like, it's like wake up in the morning. It's like, well, they go to camp during the week, but on the weekends, waking up at 7 in the morning, you're playing your video games at 7 in the morning. You're watching YouTube. It's like, come on, like, why are you up on a Saturday at 7 a.m. watching stuff? Like,
yeah.
what are we doing?
Yeah, right in the middle of summertime, shy. It's yeah, good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing, to get some more funds in. We had some rain the last couple of days,
Big rain,
but
big rain. Yeah,
rain is good though because
the grass.
the grass needs it.
Uh,
The
grass.
the crops need it to grow, so we need water. Water is essential for life, but you can still get some summertime shy. So for us, summertime shy weather. So if you can go to the beach, go out to the beach. Go to the park, go to
Go
the
on
fest. Like they have all type of fests.
festivals. Go for a walk downtown. That's like,
And notice if I mentioned right here, these are all free things that you can do.
yeah.
That's why I lead with that first. It's a lot of free things that you can do to enjoy your summer.
Yeah.
And then if you are able to enjoy, you can bump it up some. Okay, take a boat ride if you're going to do that. Boat rides are nice for
Ride,
summer.
bus ride. Yeah, yeah.
Those are nice, you know. So that's why I always start with the free stuff first before you let everybody ain't got money to do da 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 da. It's like, okay, I'll start with the free stuff first, and then I'll mention stuff that may be a fee for you to do things. So yeah.
Like the rooftops. Yeah, those like you don't have to definitely
Hmm.
have to pay for those, but that's an option. Go to the rooftops. Yeah.
Go to an amusement park this summer if you're into that sort of thing.
Park, yeah. Great America.
So we actually went to one.
Water park, yeah. Water
Yeah, we
park.
went to one Saturday because the kids had a birthday party for a friend that they
The
went to, and
Hurricane Harbor, Rockford.
we met at Santa's Village, and I had never been to Santa's Village before. I'd never been, so this was an experience for me. So I went out. I'm like, okay, it's definitely for like the kids. Like Santa's Village is more so for
family, family friendly.
like it's very family friendly. And I would say if you're over like maybe 11, maybe then you probably wouldn't want to. It
Probably
would
would
be kind of a baby, it'd be like kind of like a baby thing when you're over a certain age. So I'm glad that the kids were able to go at this age because like I said, I have a 9-year-old, so I have a feeling like okay, in the next 2 years or so, she's gonna start just being like, ugh, like she's probably about that the next 2 years or so. You're
Another
not
thing,
gonna be
another thing you can do, like we in the season as well too. Yeah, go to a baseball game if you're into that. Yeah,
take me out to
to
the
the
ball
ball.
game.
Especially White Sox. You get White Sox tickets.
Yeah, and White Sox tickets
Very
aren't
easy. You can get White Sox tickets real easy. Yeah.
And you can do a family four pack for like
Under 100.
under $100. You can for a family four. If you
Yeah,
go
to
under $100, they
100.
can.
Take the whole family out for like $70 or something. That's like under
Yeah.
$100.
Because they have the little dealies where they say the family four pack and then you get like a hot dog and they have like the little packs that you can put together for
Yeah.
your family that are reasonably priced.
Yeah, if
So
you're into baseball, yeah, go take in a ball game. That's another good
yeah,
summertime activity. Summertime shy. Yeah,
yeah. So just do something fun. My thing is life is meant to be lived. Go out and enjoy it.
right.
Just don't sit and be a keyboard warrior and
Oh yeah.
just
Right.
miserable just
Yeah.
all day.
Phone the whole
Miserable.
time, like, yeah, this is all you do. This is all you do. It's your day.
It's just my mind is just I said my mind is just shifted. Like I said, I know that, like I said, I recently had a birthday. So like this new year of my life, I'm more focused on trying to just really enjoy life. That's where I'm at. I'm really wanting to enjoy life and,
Life is short. It
you
really is.
know, have a purpose of things and not be so bothered by situations that, especially situations I have no control of.
Yeah. You gotta let go of shit you can't
I'm
control.
not going to be bothered by that.
Focus on the shit you
My
can
energy.
control. Everything else, just let go. It's
Yeah, I'm
like,
not giving my energy to that. I'm just not. I'm not giving energy no more to like stuff like that. Like if I see, okay, you want to be on that, okay. Good luck to you figuring out. You'll reach a point hopefully one day where it makes sense to you. But
yeah,
until then, I'll let you do you. Do you over there by yourself. So
because you never know what twists and turns life is gonna have. Like, let's just talk right now. Like, you at a political rally, and the madness just, yeah. Like, have you seen the video?
I have not seen the video, like I said, because
Oh
I
yeah.
was
I
I
did.
had
I hit y'all in the group text. I was like, Trump just got shot. I was
yeah,
like,
because you hear me. I said, like I said, my day was so
and it was
busy.
just happening. It was still like misinformation and stuff coming out. They said, okay, he had been shot, and they said he wasn't shot, but he did get shot. It's like now the truth is out. Yeah, he did. It's like the bullet grazed him, but technically he got shot though. Yeah, it's like so. Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
play it. Yeah, courtesy. You see, I got the full video.
I
Like,
said because I didn't see anything. I said because like my day was just like
yeah.
I was gone like literally like the whole day like from doing the event with the kids and then I had an event that night. So it was just a very chaotic,
Before we get into that,
very chaotic.
this is new territory for us. It's like, yeah, this is very like uncharted because like the last presidential assassination attempt was Reagan back in
It was
like
Reagan, yeah.
81. That was 81. It's like, yeah,
That
you
was
probably weren't
43
born
years
yet,
ago.
depending on when it happened in the year. It's like, yeah. And
That
then
was 43 years
I'd have
ago.
been
So
very young, so I wouldn't, yeah, like I kind of remember that story being big, but I didn't know what the fuck was going on. The
yeah, because
president.
you were a child
Yeah,
yourself. You were young.
yeah.
You were a
You
child.
don't know,
So
like, yeah, you just know that you just hear your parents talking about the president got shot. That's what you just
and
kind
like you said, I was either in uterine or I was a very small baby. One of the two. It was kind of
That's why I've been seeing like I was going down the YouTube rabbit hole yesterday, watching all the YouTubers like do like they go on doing live streaming about it and all that. Come like yeah, because it is kind of a big deal of our generation. Just had to be like or like when Kennedy got shot in the '60s, like for like our
yeah,
moms.
kind of that was
Yeah,
like
that was
the mom. That was like their
yeah,
big story.
yeah. And then once again, like with them when they got a little older, was the Reagan assassination attempt. That was 81. So like since then, like I said, Bush, Clinton, Obama, Trump's first one, and Biden, like no assassination attempts. It's like not to that. It's like where somebody actually got a gun and like and fired at a president. That's what I mean. Not threats. Like that's bullshit. Like those aren't attempts. I mean, like somebody actually got a gun in there and fired at a president. That hasn't happened since 1981. So this is uncharted territory. So it's
Was
like
the guy who tried to wasn't he tied to
I got the whole
Jodie Foster, the one who wasn't was that another story? Wasn't he the one who
Reagan you
shot
talking about.
yeah, was that Jodie Foster?
I got looked at
Oh no, that was or was that John Lennon?
Lennon might have been that because I think they got shot around the same
Because
thing.
I
It was
confused the
like was
two.
Lennon 1980? I forget what Lennon
Because
year.
I know that one was
It might have
like
been a year before the Lennon
I
shooting.
know one was obsessed with one of the people were obsessed with Jodie Foster and they were trying to use that as a way to
We're
like,
gonna
hey,
talk
look
about
at
all of
me.
that. We might just this might end up dominating the whole
Like
podcast.
it was just really
Because, like I
weird. I
said, it's
can't
a big
remember.
story. It's never happened pretty much in our lifetime. Like a
Like
presidential assassination attempt is like hasn't
attempt.
happened. So this is
So
something new and shit.
you said that you have the video. Like I said, I have not seen the video. So this is me blind
Yeah,
reacting. This is
it's
my
the
blind reaction.
video unedited. I get courtesy of C-SPAN. So I don't want to hear but well, he's fired now. I don't want to hear Don Lynn. Oh, I want to hear Joy Reid. There we go. I don't want to hear your I don't want to hear Hannity talk about it. So yeah, I don't need to
Hannity.
hear. It's like so. I don't need their fucking
We
commentary. So
don't care
like,
about your comments. We
courtesy
don't
of
care.
C-SPAN, where they just give it to you the video raw, uncut. So like, yeah, I'm gonna run
And
it.
that's why I like. I just like raw and cut stuff.
Fair
So he
use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Even though
and
this is
he.
like, I'm sure we're not gonna get flagged for this. Everybody's airing this video. It's like, so yeah,
Mhm.
they say take my shit down, then I'm gonna go off. It's like they not taking because like it's a presidential assassination attempt. Did I put the sound on? Let me see. Let me see. Can you hear? Let me put it up. You hear? Did you
I can
hear?
hear.
Okay. Well, let's run it. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably 20 million people. And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And
You'll hear the shots. You're gonna hear them.
something that said, take a look what happened.
There it is. You got hit in the ear, ducks. See? Boom. Secret Service. There's another one. Yeah. Shit's crazy. I, I think that might have been a sniper shot that just went off on the search. You're gonna hear him say the shooter is down. You're gonna hear Secret Service talk. You're gonna hear all of that on the let's
Okay, I can't hear now.
let's yeah. Listen. Right. Shooters down. You hear that?
I didn't hear that.
Okay, I'll put it back. He just said shooters down.
Can you turn up a little bit?
Let's see.
Let's see if we can hear
I
it.
think that might be as high as it goes.
Okay. Let me see if it's my volume. Okay, I turned in my volume.
He had Trump's and Trump wanted to get his fucking shoes. That's what people are laughing at that part. He's like, hey, let me get my shoes. I'm put it back. We heard the shooter is down. I put it back. It was right before that. Okay. It's somewhere in here. He says shooters down. When they got the shooter, you could tell. It must have been. I don't know. Let's Trump. Let me get my shoes. He wanted his fucking
I
shoes.
heard that.
Then of course he salutes the crowd like, "Hey, like you missed me, motherfucker." So
Like
whatever you
I'm
said.
okay, basically.
he's like, he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just let him know. USA chant. I'm gonna let it punt till they put him in the car, and then I cut it off. Yeah. They put him in the car, get him the fuck out of there. Yeah. Yeah. They got great footage. They got it all on C-SPAN. Shout out. They got the whole thing. Yeah.
So this just
It's crazy and shit. Like when I was watching, I was like, I ain't never
I
seen
have so many questions.
ain't never seen no shit like that. That's
I
wild.
have so many questions. Like, why the hell are you trying to assassinate a former president? What
Yeah. He's currently running for president too.
like who does that? Like, okay, my thing is I'm not saying that it is like okay. This is like no means, but in today's climate, you're not going to get away. It's cameras freaking everywhere. You're not getting away with shit.
Yeah.
And then let's be real, like people talk too damn much. How much do we see people post on their social medias and you tell like your whole story about what you about to do?
There's no way
One
you
you're
were gonna
not
get
going to
away
get
with
away with
that.
it.
It's like what's wild about the whole, like I said, I've done watched the video several times, so I start paying attention to details after a while. That's when I noticed, okay, the shooter is down. You could tell with like the sniper, because they did have a sniper that took the shooter out after because the shooter got off 8 shots, which is wild as fuck already. He got off 8. It's like he just couldn't shoot. But the bullet like had to went like an inch over, like Trump might have been out of there. Like he just because it grazed his ear. You see him grab his ear. You saw the part with the
I
shot in
saw,
there. He
I saw it
dropped
was
down.
blood
It's
on
like
his
yeah.
ear. I saw that.
And when he gets up, he has the blood on his ear and on his face. You can see that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the bullet did get him. It's like, yeah, it just grazed. They just missed like by that much. It's like, yeah, which is like crazy. So the two things I was thinking when I first heard of this is okay, like what's the condition? Like, yeah, it's conditioned. Yeah, is he critical? Is he that? Well, that's what I first thought. Like, what? Okay, what's the condition of him? And after when they said, oh yeah, he got shot, but he wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. It was minor injuries. Like I said, he had the ear and then he had blood on his face. My next thought, you know what it was?
What?
The Trump might have just won the election with that. It's like that's my next thought. Is like yeah, because he been a lot of people been coming out of the shadows like in support of Trump after this. I was like, yeah, that might have just won him the election. So you try to take him out, but it's possible that might have just won the election, which is
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very possible because people do like a sympathy thing. Unless, like I said, unless it's an October surprise. Like I said, we always see October
Oh yeah,
surprise.
still very early. Yeah. Still very early. Anything could happen. I saw that's just what my thought that went in my head. I was like, did he just win the election with that assassination attempt? Was that the one? Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
just
crazy.
dumb. Like my whole thing is like, who does that? Like that's
Yeah.
and this is not even a thing. Like I said, like obviously, like I said, I'm not a supporter of that side. I'm not like I'm a supporter of who's going to support what me and my family, what I'm trying to do with me and my
Also,
family.
I have the issues that I care about, and that's who I'm support. Who's ever like most
And I look
whoever
and I
most
look
aligns with my issues is like that's who I vote. That's
I'm
how
a bar from LeBron. Naima is going to look out for Naima. Like that's who I'm
yeah,
looking out for.
most aligns with the issues I care about. That's who's getting my vote. That's where I'm
Yeah.
at.
So that's where I align with. But it's like people are actually rejoicing. And like I said,
Cause
I
like
just
cause like what's trending? Yeah, yeah,
what
yeah. How did you miss was trending. Hashtag how did you miss is like what's trending after this.
what
Like that's
dumbass is
just
doing
stupid.
that?
Yeah, yeah. Like I get you if you don't like Trump or whatever, but like you shouldn't celebrate this shit. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb as hell. It is.
Well, yeah. How did you miss was trending right after that happened?
And shout out to Trey. I said because I saw on Trey's page, he was like, a lot of your employers may actually
Yeah, pay
be
attention. Yeah,
may
like
actually be
because yeah,
supportive of
this
that
was a
side.
legit attempted assassination of a former and currently running for president.
He was like,
So,
a lot of your
all this
a lot
crazy shit. Like, beware,
because a
beware.
lot of people don't necessarily talk about their political affiliations,
Yeah,
but when you start
guy
digging,
who owns your company, like he could be MAGA. You don't know. Yeah, you don't know
yeah,
people. Yeah,
and
young.
then you put it on your social media, you had one job to do. Because that's another thing I saw people saying,
I
you
saw that
had
you
one
had one
job.
job,
I
like the
saw that.
job
And
trope.
Trey was like, you're going to get your ass fired, basically. Like, that's what basically Trey was. So shout out to Trey for saying that with people. Like, because people be dumb. It's like you put everything, and then your whole job title, sales associate at Macy's, your whole job title is in your Facebook
Yeah.
description. And you put this shit like, yeah, like
So
next time.
they didn't have to dox you. You dox yourself and shit,
Like
basically.
you put the Dr. Claw, we'll get you next time. You put that in your thing. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
Y'all doing too much, especially with
Like
the.
y'all are different
Um,
kind of stupid. Y'all are. That's dumb as hell. Like wishing that type of stuff on anybody, period, is dumb as hell. It is to do that. And then especially considering that a lot of people like to claim religious affiliations of like whatever your religious following, whether you be Christian, Catholic, Muslim, Hindu, Buddha,
Jewish.
whatever your
Yeah.
Judaism, whatever you follow, whatever your walk of life, but then you claim that you're this devout, whatever. But in all religions, we don't condemn like, wishing ill on people. If you look at religion, we don't claim that religion. If you are a religious person like you claim, you don't wish ill harm on people. You don't.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just dumb. It is. It's really stupid. that this is what we're coming to. Like, I mean, sometimes I'm like, man, get these people off the earth. Let's can we do a natural selection and get like the idiots off of, let's like filter all the morons.
Yeah, get rid of get rid of the shitheads. We don't need
Get
that.
rid of the morons. So
Yeah.
us people who are normal,
So
well,
decent folks can have a good time. Like get the
well,
shit.
I'm not really normal, but I won't say I'm normal, but you get what I mean. Like I think I'm legitimately a good person, but let's get these idiots off the planet right now.
Well, the Thomas Matthew Crooks, that's the shooter's name. 20 years old. Like, how do you get all of that? And he was 20 years old. Young guy. 20 years old. From
So is he dead?
Pennsylvania. He's
Is he dead or no? Or
oh, he's dead. Yeah, they
I say
got him.
he's dead. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, because like I said, I do nothing about.
Yeah. Cause like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, Trump, he got grazed by the bullet, but two people did get killed out there.
Oh
And
my God,
yeah, like, cause like the bullets don't got no name. So
they
like the bullet,
ricochet around. Yeah,
it
they
went
ricochet.
like, yeah, it hit somebody else. It hit I get the name of the one of the attendees, a 50-year-old named Corey Compentora. I'll probably messing his name up. Corey Compentor. Yeah, he got killed. Yeah.
Mm.
And then two other people are in critical condition right now. They
Mm.
got hit by bullets. And then like of course the shooters also like, yeah, two
And
dead,
here's my
including the
thing.
shooter, and four people like injured. Like
This is where stuff gets, and then like how we know how shootings happen. Like like no surprise. We always talk about we're from Chicago, but Chicago is not the murder capital of the world. But I know like media likes to try to tell you that. So like I mean, in Chicago, we're familiar with like how shootings happen. Like you hear about shooting. You know how people typically react to shootings or whatever. So usually in a shooting situation, if you're in a crowd like that, hysteria, like the fact that the crowd
well,
didn't
like not
really,
that many people dropped. Like even when Trump like dropped to the ground, like they still were like, "What's going on?" Because it's Ken,
yeah.
you don't know. You're trying to figure out what's going on. They
And
didn't.
like they didn't
Saw a
disperse. The
couple of
crowd
people
didn't.
drop down, and not a lot of people did though. Yeah,
Yeah, but nobody like I was surprised that nobody like ran and broke up because like I said I've seen how people look in a shooting thing in videos. Like usually it's it's a lot of
yeah,
people running around, so then that risks people. Somebody might get trampled. Parents might get separated from their children.
that happened. Yeah,
That type of stuff happens. But my thing about the whole shooting thing is it's like people may feel a type of way about. I hate that people think that freedom of speech only goes one way.
yeah. Freedom means that you can say what you want. I can say what I want. Yeah, it's like
And you have to live with
and
consequences.
yeah, there's consequences. Like what, but think before you say because it could be consequences. That's what
Mhm.
freedom of speech
The
is.
thing that I don't like that people do is like, if our opinions align, then you can speak your mind. But the
Yeah,
second that especially if you present a fact to me that challenges, like if I have a notion of something in my head, but you actually present facts that dispute what I think, and then it's like, well, fuck you, you get off my page and you can, no, they can say what they want to say as you can say what you want to say. So those people being there, I know some people may like I said, I'm surprised that, or maybe because I'm not following the story of that, but maybe somebody may even said that the people who got shot or killed or whatever at the thing, okay, they were at a rally. People have a right to assemble, whether you like what they're assembling about or not.
yeah.
They have a right to assemble. They weren't doing anything illegal. They were assembling at
Y'all
their rally.
identify, yeah, like, and I hate people that identify with their political ideology. That's bullshit to me.
If I said whether you like it or not, they had a right to assemble.
Yeah.
They weren't they weren't doing
But
anything.
and then a rally for like the candidate they want to support in November. I don't see, yeah, like I
Yeah,
don't
they
see.
weren't doing anything. Just looking at that video, they weren't doing anything hateful. Like I didn't see any racial epithets. Like if they had like a dummy, like a black dummy, like on a noose or something. I didn't see nothing like you get what I'm saying. Like I mean, I
Yeah,
didn't see nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like a hate thing or whatever going. So if they are assembling and they're trying to support their candidate, okay, they're not doing anything then versus if you go to a Joe Biden rally and You see
Yeah.
people assuming somebody tried to do the same thing to
I
him,
try
and
to
then
do this, yeah, like yeah, which will be even wilder because he's the current president. Yeah, that would be
because
even
both are
wilder.
wrong. Like, I mean, people have a right to assemble whether you like it or not.
And the rally had just started. That's what's wild because it started at like six, a little bit after 6 p.m. and this happened like around like 6:12 when the shooting. So he had just got up there. Yeah.
And then let's stop making it be like the conspiracy theories because people are saying
Well,
like
like that's the thing. Yeah, people that's all. Of course, like the next round was a conspiracy theory that it was staged and all of that shit is like. But is if you got bullets flying over your head, who's gonna do that?
I think that's extreme lengths to stage yourself.
Or a bullet actually like hits you in the face. It's like
I
yeah,
think that goes to extreme lengths. I'm not letting the bullet come nowhere near me.
yeah. I don't care how good the shooter is. Like yeah, like I'm not letting Angelina Jolie from one just because she can curve a bullet. It's like yeah. And then
I'm not
it's
letting
just touches
I'm not letting Deadshot from Suicide Squad, or what you call it, Carrie Ann from The Matrix. I'm not letting
I can
Trinity.
curve the bullet. It's like
I'm
no.
not letting them. I'm not letting them come at me. Nah, bruh. Nah. But it's like, let's stop the conspiracy theories or saying that it was something to do with like Biden sent a guy. Like, no, like Biden,
Nah,
he
because he
has
gave
he has
Biden did speak, he did condemn this. He's like this. We don't need that kind of shit. Like, yeah,
he has his own
yeah.
he has his own challenges, and that's what I'll say about Biden. Biden has his own
He got his
challenges of what
own
he's dealing with.
stuff he's figuring out.
And that's what I'll just leave it at that. But to be that he sent the guy there, it's like let's not do this. Let's not do this.
How
Like
the fuck
let
this guy even get in? They said he didn't. I'm reading the story. It gets crazier and crazy. Said he had not undergone a security screening. He's like because he was outside of the perimeter. Because I guess he was from about between 200 and 400 feet away. So like, but still low. Like, how do you get a fucking rifle that close and shit?
how do you get a rifle
Even if
in?
you're not like, if you are on the outside of the rope or whatever it was, it's like, yeah, how do you get that close and shit? Yeah. So it's a lot of like, so like the cops, Secret Service, a lot of people that weren't paying attention that for this to happen. It's like, because he got up on a roof, like, yeah, I said about between 200 and 400 feet away. It's like, yeah. And people even pointed him out because, people, some are observing. It's like, yeah, it's a fucking guy up there. Like, you might want to check him out. It's like, they said people that were in the crowd, like, noticed the guy. It's like, yeah, like, hey, they told the cops, like, hey, it's somebody up there on that roof. So,
It's like, yeah, because like my thing is anytime it's like that type of stuff, shouldn't it be like helicopters just basically circling around because you want to make sure that because snipers are roofs, that happens.
yeah.
That's a real thing. Like I said, because I remember the year at Blood Billiken after that parade shooting, because Blood Billiken was later, and then Blood Billiken, they had
Yeah,
helicopters.
after the Highland Park shooting you're talking
Yeah,
about.
they had
It was
helicopters.
about a month after that because that was a July
Hmm
4th shooting. Yeah, so it was about a month
And
later.
Blood Billiken was about a month later. And it was helicopters that year at Blood Billiken. I remember because that was my first time seeing helicopters just circling like that because they're like, we're not doing this here. Like this is a parade about fun, about back to school. It's a
School,
positive, Blood Billiken's always had a positive connotation with this, always been positive.
the South
So we're
Side
not doing this. Nope.
drill team in Bozo and stuff. Yeah, see, it's all
It's always been positive. You have the person who's like the grand marshal of the parade, like they have different people, whoever is
got the
like
you have the Bud Billiken King and Queen, like yeah, like they oh yeah.
waving,
Which we all of us knew somebody who did that back in the
And
day.
then you might see the people from like people that you know from like your neighborhood or your block, like somebody who has like a business, and then you see them, oh shoot, it's
They
so and
walking in
so.
the parade. Oh,
And
that's
they walk it. Okay, they'll say so and so because he got his dry cleaning business. Okay, I see so and so dry cleaning. All right, I see you. You see different stuff like that. So it's a very positive. It's always been a positive experience when I've gone. It's a positive thing. So they're
I'd
like, we
have
ain't.
been, and I'd have been there like well over a dozen times. I done been in that parade, so I done lost count.
Mhm,
I done been in it so much, but it's always like it's one of the events I look forward to mostly. Yeah,
mhm.
but like I
Yeah, it's
said,
a positive thing to do. Yeah.
after the Highland Park, you had like yeah, patrolling, like you said, like so they could see like the eye in the sky as they call it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I wonder why it wasn't somebody definitely wasn't paying
Dropped the
attention.
ball.
Like,
Somebody dropped the ball.
like to get
And
within
somebody
200, 200 to 400 feet. Yeah.
and somebody's gonna lose their job.
A
Several people are going to lose their job, I have a feeling.
lot of people dropped the ball on that one. Yeah.
Um, but my thing is I like to go into the psyche of, like I said, because it's been some years since we've been 20. We were 20 over 20 years ago, both of us. We're
Yeah.
transparent about our age. We were 20 over 20 years
20,
ago, both of
20
us.
20 is well in the rear view. I
Over 20
can't
years
even see
ago.
that in the rear view. That's so far.
But how does someone just be so, like, you have this much anger as a 20-year-old?
Are you gonna go to a rally to like take out a former and currently running for president? That's
I
wild.
like to,
Yeah.
like, knowing like the psyche about like what goes on in somebody's brain, that's the plan that you came up with. Like, Donald Trump wants to be stopped. So how do I stop him? I'm gonna go out here and do like that. That was your plan.
Hmm.
That's what you came up with.
Hmm.
And let's not make this a political affiliation. Like, nobody from Democrat or whatever side, like nobody put that together and told that young man to do that. It was just some nut job who, who
Likely,
thought
yeah.
that they could make a difference.
Sure, we gonna know. I'm sure we're gonna know more about his background as this story develops. Like it's still pretty new. It's not even 24 hours old at this point. So yeah, it's like so it's still we're gonna definitely learn more about this
It's all
person.
around stupid, the whole thing to me.
Mm.
I think it is. Like, I think it's time for people to really just like, well, so first of all, I think that, and this is my honest opinion, I think that a lot of people need some therapy time after 2020, because I think 2020 fried a lot of people's brains.
Yeah.
It did. Because think about it, that you're used to, we're as humans, unless you're an extreme introvert, people are used to being around people, and
Yeah,
people thrive
like
with
being
being around people.
all that alone shit did something.
Human interaction.
All that
So
alone
think
time.
about it like this, like I say, like, yes, I have my challenges because being in quarantine with a 2 and 5-year-old was extremely difficult. That's a challenge in itself, but I had a family I quarantined with. So I had human contact during the months that I was quarantined.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't have that.
Yeah, all that alone time did something to people, definitely.
You quarantine, you live alone, you don't have any friends. So like you came in FaceTime with like you don't have friends already.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh yes. I think that people need to get some couch time and work out some things because I'm still like, what's the video? It's like, what is that?
That shit is wild. Yeah. And like I
And
said,
to
it's
see if this
uncharted. Like I
happen,
said, this is like all like new to like our generation. We weren't
and to
around
see if
with
this
Kennedy.
happen, like, because obviously, like I said, news outlets were there because it's around, so they were filming and doing their shots because I'm sure that they were just going to show on their thing. Here's Trump talking about his policies
President
on,
was yeah, he was in he was in Pennsylvania today at a
he's
rally.
talking about his,
Such
and
a
he's talking his policies
show a
on
couple of show a couple of highlights of like him.
on
Like,
birth control or whatever the case may be. Like they show that, they show his little whatever. And then you're just there to just film and get little snippets so you can show it and bring it back to your news outlet. And then you catch that. You're like, whoa, what the hell?
you hear the shots going off, like what the
Because they did, like you saw it, he was like
grab
that.
his ear and then he ducks, yeah. And then Secret Service was like they were quick, but they weren't at the same time. Like the way it took him about 8 seconds to get to him. This is like that's kind of slow to me. It's like, dude, I actually a bullet grazed him, and then like, and then he's dropped before he even dropped. Then they jumped him when he dropped. It's like so. I don't know if they like were digging in their nose and shit to him. Yeah.
I know what the FOIs when that would not went down with the FOIs. That's all I'm saying.
Mark, I got better Secret Service.
That's all I'm saying. FOIs would have did their job.
Firsthand, it's like I went to talk to Minister Ishmael a few years back, and they yanked me up by both arms, and I just
Yeah.
went to say hi to the man.
FOIs.
Yeah.
So maybe the Secret Service need to talk to the FOIs with their training. Maybe they need to be retrained.
Mhm.
Yikes, yikes, yikes. the viral story. The this is like, but you always say that, Oz. You've said that some weird shit always
Presidential,
happens on
yeah,
election year.
election year is always weird shit. It's like
Always some weird shit that
it's
goes
probably
down.
the craziest one. Like just like it's my lifetime of like crazy election year shit. Like it's probably gonna be this and shit. Yeah, I don't know. That was like. So have you who all like what are people saying in your timeline about it?
People are like making jokes about it, the
I had
typical.
mixed reaction. I had people say, "Whoa, this shit is crazy," and I had
I
like,
had some jokes, and then I had some people was
then
like,
I had the mixed one too saying that,
true, I didn't like true, I don't care for him or his policies, but you never wish death on somebody.
yeah, especially that and assassination. That shit is crazy, crazy, crazy. So that begs the question, like, yeah, like you probably gonna stop having these outdoor rallies. Like that's probably the
Yeah.
last one. It's like you got to take that shit indoors because now get it
Mhm.
slumberous. You want to be outside, but it's clearly like it's way too fucking hot to be outside right now. Pun intended. It's too hot to be outside.
Yeah. So you may have to have the indoor, then have like the super metal detectors and have like all type of
Yeah. Screen everybody who comes in there like that.
Mhm.
You might have to get background checks for everybody, all attendees. It might come to that.
Yeah. Or the one, you like they have like stuff, I guess the software now you walk in, it's like does like facial scans of everybody that walks through. So it's like it has like your government name, your age, everything about you. Oh, don't act like that software doesn't exist. I know that software has to exist somewhere. They just don't tell us
Yeah.
where it has facial scan recognition. I believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that if you go into certain settings that exists. So you walk in, you want to be scanned and
I wasn't sure that we're gonna look at the other shootings that we like John Lennon was the first one you said. I'll start with Reagan since he's another president.
Mhm. I said, which may or may not have been before me.
We're gonna know exactly what it is. So, yeah. I'm gonna have exactly what it is, the Reagan shooting. Here it is.
Remember they said that
Attempted
President.
assassination of Ronald Reagan. You weren't born. March 30th, 1981.
Okay, yeah, I was in uterine, yeah.
It was
So
81. That's all I knew.
I knew it was 81, but I didn't know when in
I just said,
1980.
depending on when the year you may not have even been born, so you weren't born.
Yeah, I wasn't born. So
So this is like literally the first time anything like this happened, like in your lifetime. Yeah. John Hinckley was the guy. Like, was he let's see, like, let's look him up and shit. He's still alive, apparently.
oh my gosh.
Probably still in prison.
He's still alive?
Yep, this Hinckley guy is still alive.
Nobody took him out.
Yes, I'm trying to see if he's still incarcerated. He was the Jodie Foster. You were right about that. Yeah, he
Okay, so I what?
that's
Because
with
I was hoping I wasn't mixing up stories. Cause I was like, I know somebody was like they did that to try and impress Jodie Foster.
yeah. He was obsessed with Jodie Foster after the 1976 film Taxi Driver. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
so I
you
can't.
talking to me? That's that film. We know you. Everybody knows
Oh
that.
yeah, you talking to
Yeah.
me?
Like
Yeah,
that's the only line. If you never saw it, you know that's what you talking to
I
me.
know. I've never seen the movie, but I know that line.
So yeah, kid was right on that one. Yeah. He
But
went to
what type of act of love is that? Look at I tried to kill a president. Look, no, love me. No, you're a psycho. Like I'm definitely not loving you at all. Psychopath.
and still didn't where you went to jail. She did. Your dumbass went to jail.
Yeah, you're a psycho if you do that.
Look at other assassination attempts. John Lennon. I'm gonna look at next.
Mhm. Which sadly. And I know his story was because a guy like, he asked for his autograph and he got on there and he came back. And I think that's what happened with his story.
I want to say it was after a radio interview or something like that.
Hmm.
December of 1980. Yeah, December 8th, 1980. So this was like months apart because this is the end of 1980. So Lennon and
Right.
I associate those like two different like eras, but it was like 3 months apart, which is crazy. Yeah. I didn't think they were that close together. I thought like a year, like Mark David Chapman, like is the killer's name. So,
Oh yeah, because I've seen his name on stuff. Yeah, because whenever I watch like some Beatles documentaries or something, I saw the name. I saw that name. I remember that name now.
yeah, he waited outside of the Dakota. What is the Dakota? His apartment complex. Okay, spent most of the days near the entrance. Yeah, he was talking to the doorman. Yeah, he was plotting this shit. Yeah, made friends with the doorman and everything.
Oh, definitely premeditated that.
Crazy
That
stuff.
shows intent. That shows intent that you're not, you can't plead insanity because some people are, oh, I'm insane. No, you're not.
Oh
If
yeah,
you
plan.
have the notion to like actually plot and talk, you're competent to stand trial. You are.
See what his fate was. Yeah,
I think he died or
he's
no.
it doesn't. He might still be alive. There's no date of death on his.
No. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, he might still be alive. Probably still in prison. Let me see. Because they say he got 25 to life, like so he could still be in. Let me see. Did he ever get released? I'm trying to see. They say he pulled up 4/1/2000 parole. It's like no, he's still locked up. It looks like yeah. March. That's as late as March 2022. Would say he was transferred to the Green Haven Correctional Facility. So yeah, he's
Yeah.
still locked up as
He
far
ain't
as
going nowhere.
it ain't letting him out. Nor they should. They fuck that guy.
Yeah. Like almost 50 years later at this point, he's not going nowhere.
Of course, we know all about the Kennedy. I won't even got to pull that up.
Yeah.
You didn't see documentaries, and they did a whole movie, about it and everything.
Hmm.
About Lee Harvey Oswald and
Yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Ruby and all of that shit. It's like the
Mhm.
grassy knoll is like, yeah, like that was like we know all about that shit.
Yeah. For the whole Kennedy one, it's just, yeah.
That was like our mother. She talks about that. She remembers when that went down. Yeah, I want to say
Because
she.
that was her 9/11 basically
Yeah,
for us. Because that's like, it was like our 9/11
yeah. Everybody
big event. Yeah.
when they heard about the president got killed.
Hmm.
And she remembers that what she was doing when like we remember what we were doing when we heard about 9/11. It's like, hey,
Hmm.
where were you? Yeah, we all remember.
Hmm.
But yeah, this shit is crazy though. Yeah, a presidential assassination attempt. Like I saw. I know. Like I said, election years be crazy. That one I didn't see. It's like it's just, so we got our. That's the July. That's gonna be the July. So the
It's our July calendar.
calendar like Trump, like with the fist in the air and the blood on his face. That's gonna be the picture for the July calendar. So that's it. Like nothing stopping that shit. It's like that's the July photo there. Like Cat Williams was jam, which kicked it off. Is like Cat Williams talked about this then. It's like oh how 2024 like crazy shit was gonna happen pretty much. It's
He
like
said things are going to be revealed.
yes, Cat Williams knew. It's
The
like
truth will always, the truth will be revealed, or whatever he
yeah,
said.
the truth will be yeah, everyone's truth will be revealed. Everyone's truth.
And the truth is being revealed about a lot of people.
We we
Mm.
see what other because I knew that was going to dominate. Like
I mean, obviously, like I said, however you feel about the situation.
yeah, whatever your ideology is like you can't think that was cool. It's like,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
guy was
care.
an idiot.
Yeah, I don't care what yeah. You can't think that shit was cool and shit.
Mm.
Let's talk about another sad death we missed last week because like we
Mm.
I don't think there was something dominated already, but we missed the Kyrie Jackson. You heard about the
Yeah,
he
the football player.
yeah,
Yeah.
up in my mic. Yeah, he was just drafted.
Mm.
2024 draft, like yeah, young guy, 20, yeah, he's 24 years old. He had just
Mhm.
got drafted to play for Baltimore, I want to no Minnesota. He had just got drafted to
Mhm.
Minnesota, the Vikings and shit. Was out with some of his high school homies. Yeah, they were just yeah. And then got hit it looks like apparently by a drunk driver. I still don't have that whole story. All three men died. It's like, yeah, of course the
Yeah,
drunk
they all young
driver,
men,
all of them died.
all in between.
Kyrie and one of the other guys were dead at the scene, and then the third one died in the hospital later on. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Early morning on July 6th, yeah, another driver attempted to change lanes at high speed and struck the vehicle. I think he was in the passenger side, so yeah, he had somebody was driving, he was in the passenger side. But sad story, yeah, it's like wow, like it's just,
Extremely sad story. And then I saw some people in the comments that just brutal comments saying, like, well, what were they? Okay, so let me get this straight. When you were in your early 20s, all you did was just stay in the house and read books. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
in order to read books, you have to be able to read. Like I've never seen it. Never even seen you touch a book. Yeah. You Chris Rock was talking about put it in the books. Like books are your kryptonite. You Chris Rock. That's who Chris Rock was talking about Negroes like that.
But people were just being so critical. And I'm like, he was out and
And
so he
it's
was
like,
out.
and it's during his off season. Like yeah, the season
It's
that like,
summertime.
training camp hasn't even started yet. He was spending time with his boys. Like yeah, during the summer.
Somebody said the comment about should have been practicing. What? What are you
Practicing
talking
what?
about? What are
Practicing
you
what?
talking about?
It's not
What are you
training
talking
camp.
about?
Practicing what?
It was a Friday night, so typically events happen on a Friday night.
Hooked up with a couple of his buddies. Yeah, they were hanging out. And somebody hit them. It's like they didn't cause it. Yeah,
Right. They got hit by a drunk
victim
driver.
blaming. That's what we doing now. That's what we doing now.
And then let's be real, like the time that it happened, it wasn't like it was ungodly hours. It's like at that time, like you may be trying to head home. You get what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
might be trying, like, okay, like yeah, it's like 1, 2 in the morning. I'm headed home.
yeah.
I'm on my way home and you get hit.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just really a sad thing.
All a young, like 24 and under too. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they were young men, very young.
Isaiah. Oh, yeah. Let me get the names. Yeah, I'm sorry. Isaiah Hartzell. Like yeah, he was 23, and then
Hmm.
what's the other guy's name? I Anthony Linton Jr. He was 24. Yeah, to like yeah, his high school teammates. Yeah,
So prayers for like the family. I can't even imagine like what they're going through because
yeah.
the greatest day that a lot of players say their greatest day was them getting drafted because it's like,
That's
hey,
what it was. That's what you waited your whole life for. So like you get drafted in April and then you're dead in July. Like think about that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
because you
right.
waited your whole life, like, okay, I put in the work, I
And
got drafted, I'm gonna make a
hearing
difference.
the commissioner say your name is like, hey, he's like, yeah, you waited your whole life for that. Yeah, yeah. And then just like a few months later, just it's all over. Yeah, I did see his father talking on the news about that, like how fucked up the situation was.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Prayers for this, for the family, for all three families that,
yeah,
and the friends and everybody who has to deal with the loss of these young men.
yeah.
Just incredibly sad.
Mm.
Like,
Since
don't be that person.
since we're sad right now, let's just stay on like
Mhm.
at some celebrity deaths this week too.
I know, several.
Start with the most recent one was Richard Simmons. That's the latest
I
one.
know when I saw that, I was like, oh
76, I think it said. Yeah,
no.
we
Hmm.
all grew up on Richard. Yeah, the Richard Simmons. We all even
What? I
if
was
you're around our age, you know who Richard Simmons
I
is.
was talking to mom about it. I was saying that I was like, I was like, I can't remember what, like, in what class I was. Like, 'cause I was in high school or grammar school. I said, but I know we just went to the oldies because we were
Right
doing.
to the oldies. Yeah, that was one of his.
I know we did It's My Party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to. We were doing the
Yeah,
movements and we did Swear to the Oldies. I remember doing that.
one of his tapes he had. Yeah, tapes old school. See, one of his exercise tapes. Yeah, yeah, it was sweating to the oldie. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of his. He also had yeah, he was the fitness guru. Like he was high energy. He is like,
Mhm.
it's like
He lost a lot of weight because he was overweight. He was bullied as a child. So then he
yeah,
lost the weight and then he wanted to help other people reach their goals because he knew what it was like being bullied. Like if you watch the Nutty Professor, that's who Eddie Murphy
Murphy
was
carried
mocking. He was doing like
he was the fitness guy. Yeah. I'm a pony. I'm a pony. That guy. Yeah. That
yeah.
was Richard
Like that
Simmons.
was like supposed to be his You could tell like what he obviously they couldn't use the real Richard Simmons. You could tell that's what
A
he
parody of Richard
was
Simmons.
doing, a parody.
Yeah.
My favorite Richard Simmons parody. I like The Simpsons when they had the robotic.
Robotic. And, that was like the outtake or whatever.
The
Like,
outtake
yeah.
of the 138th episode. Yeah, when they were showing that.
Like
No,
here's
I'm like, I really wish they put that in the
here's
real
scenes you
episode
haven't seen like that. Like that was one of the scenes that we
that
deleted
you
scenes,
didn't see.
deleted scenes that was robot Richard Simmons. Just
I was like, yeah, she should have been there.
and they show Troy McClure knocked out after it.
Oh,
Yeah. Did you
oh.
enjoy it? Did you enjoy it?
If they took those out, imagine what they leave in. Like, why would we sleep though?
They will suck because they suck. Like none of those scenes were necessary. That's why he fell
I
asleep.
wanted the robot Richard
Richard
Simmons.
Simmons, they could have kept that. Robot Richard Simmons, they could have kept. Yeah, but
Break out the
the
robot
other
Richard Simmons.
stuff, yeah, like that one they could have left in. It's like I give
Shake,
you
shake,
that.
shake. Shake, shake,
Yeah.
shake. Shake your booty. Come on, move those hips.
So we had our fitness guru we lost there. Also we sex therapist we lost as well too. Dr. Ruth. I thought she died like 20 years ago. To be honest, I didn't know she was still alive. But yeah,
Marcus said the same thing because we were headed to to Sands Village and I was looking at my phone. I was like, oh, I'm like, Dad, Dr. Ruth died. He
Dr.
was
Ruth.
like, he was like, she was still alive.
I
I'm
really
like,
did. She died.
apparently she was.
Thought she died like 25 years. I think I got Mandela on that one. So I remember her dying. Like, yeah, I'm gonna lie, like the Mandela. I remember her funeral being on TV and her.
But she was very elderly. She was, by my calc, I think she was
96, 96 now.
94,
Was it four?
90,
I gotta look it up again.
96. Yeah, because it said
Well, it
1928.
said 96. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
96, because she was born in 1928. So she was like 4 years from 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're our age, Dr. Ruth, like I said, she be talking about sex and
Yeah, she had a sex show that aired on cable. Yeah, a sex therapy. And there was always a joke about how like yeah she would talk about all like giving head. It's like but
yeah, she would. And I felt
you
very
want a picture of her doing this shit. That's the thing.
and I felt very awkward because I'm listening to like this
Take the
80-year-old
penis
woman.
in there. Like, yeah, she like,
Listen to this
yeah,
80-year-old woman talk about
that
sex.
voice too and shit. Mhm. So you hold the penis and you don't do this. She would go.
Like, yeah, it was very awkward watching that. But I mean, but this is like your
Just like Richard Simmons, she probably helped a lot of people. She
I'm
probably
sure she did.
helped a lot of folks sex life. She
Yeah.
probably.
With cunnilingus, the man has to, she'd just be talking about it. You're just like, it would just feel very awkward.
Circular motion around her clitoris, and
It's like you're thinking about your granny, but then, like I said, you look at your granny had 20 kids. So, I mean, clearly your granny was having sex.
as Trey Songz said, they invented sex. Yeah,
Thank you. Like I said, we look at our grannies and stuff and some of our aunties, and like they had a lot of kids in a short time. So they were very sexually active. They were. You don't want to think about because it's your
because
family.
by the time you came around, she was very old. But
They
yeah,
were old.
they were
So
once young. No, it's like
and the internet didn't exist back then. So
no internet. Hell, that time was no television. In our grandparents' time, so like
you
no
gotta
internet,
find
no
time.
TV,
You got
no internet, no
how
TV.
you have the
What
time.
do you do for entertainment? No internet, no TV.
Check a wow wow.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's entertainment.
Whereas the late John with Pops would say, John would say, bang, 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 bang. That's what you
Yeah,
would
that's what you do. That's your entertainment.
do.
Ass is entertainment.
Exactly.
Well, ass is still entertainment, but it's
Yeah.
different. But
Except they were actually getting asked then, not like the incels.
the less said about them. Oh, and then another death was
Shelley Duvall
Shelley Duvall.
played Olive Oil and
And
Popeye.
she was in not The Shining, but The Shining. She was in The
Okay.
Shining. Because that's where I know her from.
Yeah.
Because she was the wife in The Shining. I know you know her from Olive Boy.
Popeye, yeah, she played Olive Boy. That's the first thing I thought. So now
Mhm.
that's, I saw somebody posted that only put Popeye and Olive back together again. Somebody posted,
Um,
like because we lost Robin like some year. It
some
was a
years ago.
16, I think. I forget
I
what
think
year
it's 16, yeah.
we lost
Because
him.
2016 was a lot of celebrity deaths for
Yeah,
2016 was a
yeah.
lot. Um, and then the young man who played the child on Alf, like
Saw yeah, the Alf kid. Yeah,
yeah, like he passed away in June, but they didn't announce his death until
yeah.
now because like I want to say maybe they were trying to autopsy, maybe trying to figure out.
Mm.
But one that I just saw that just came down right now, Shannon Doherty.
Oh,
We
Shannon
lost,
Doherty from
yeah, we just lost her from
good
90210.
90210, right? Yeah. I was
Mm-hmm.
about to say
And
Melrose.
Charmed.
Like I mean, yeah, she
Yeah.
was on Charm. That's what I know her from. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Shannon. She was
That's a
one of the original Charm girls, I
There's a
believe.
picture I saw in there. I almost shed a tear because I was a 90s kid. I watched Beverly Hills 90210 because somebody had a picture with her and Luke Perry and they was
Yeah.
like
Oh,
Dylan
yeah.
and Brenda back together. I was like, because Dylan and Brenda, they,
Yeah.
cause
I was like,
that
that
was
was
our
a
drama.
that was your Popeye and olive oil moment then.
We watched it. Yeah, we would be watching like, oh, is Dylan going to do right by Brenda? You know, we would be tuning in on 90210 to watch that. That was our teen soap opera. It was. But yeah, she had breast cancer because she had been fighting breast cancer for a while. She had been fighting, I think, since 2015.
Yeah.
And she was only 53. So
Mm.
just a sad loss all around. I said, I just saw that come down with Sharon Doherty. I was like,
The last one I seen was Richard Simmons, but then we got another one that year, Shannon Doherty. That one I didn't even see yet. So rest in peace to
yeah.
Shannon Doherty.
Yeah. So, but one thing that I like to say is like when people see you post about, like I said, I don't like when people try to police your stuff. Like, okay,
You can
I
only like you only allowed to post about black people that died. It's like anybody who's
and like I
not
said, and
black,
that's part.
you post about anybody that died who's not black, you're a coon. It's like
It's like you didn't grow up watching 90210, especially if you're my
here,
age. It's like all of us, we all watch
here's
90210.
the thing. Like, yeah, everybody, yeah. Like if it's white people they like, they post that. It's like yes, those the Negroes that act like that. It's like because everybody, yeah, you didn't just say you weren't just Umar Johnson who was on Breakfast Club this week. By the way, it's not like everything you did in your life was black, black, black.
No,
It was some white shows or some white and some white content you consumed. Yeah,
that you consumed.
yeah.
And like I said, on top of that list, probably Seinfeld. You probably watch Seinfeld. You watch 90210.
Hell, yeah. We even got to yeah.
You watch Dallas.
You watch sports and shit. Yeah. So like if like the Mongo situation probably got you fucked up. It's like if you grew up watching the
Mhm,
Bears teams, like if Jim McMahon died, like you would post, yeah, he's white. So you know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Like you watch sport. If Phil Jackson died, that would upset you. It was like,
mhm.
yeah, you watch
Like Jerry
sports and
West may
shit.
have
Yeah,
upset you, the logo.
yeah,
That may have upset you
yeah.
because
You
that's
watch
he was the
sports and shit.
logo.
Yeah, yeah. So if like one of them died, you would post about it, I'm sure. Yeah.
But my
But
thing
they
about
white, yeah. Why you're not allowed to post about white people dying? What are you doing? It's like
and also like just going with that period, like I said, that's one layer of it. But the other layer about these are celebrities. It's like, yes, okay, these are celebrities, and I've never met these people, and I never will because they died.
yeah.
But my thing is, you know, the thing that shifts in your head is you have to remember as you're getting older, they got older too. And think about like this, they had years on you, whether it be 10 years, 20 years,
They
30
were
years, 40
grown
years,
when you were a
50 years.
kid. Like Richard Simmons was a grown man when we were
Was a
little.
grown man when I was a child.
Yeah, so yeah,
Dr. Ruth was a grandmother when I was,
yeah. She was
you
always old.
know,
I don't remember Dr. Ruth being young. She was always old. It's like yeah.
like Richard Simmons was always like a 40-year-old man. Like to me, he was always 40. If he
Shows
wasn't, I
was
mean,
olive oil when I was like what? Like I was like pre-K, I think when Popeye
you were
came
like
out.
4.
Like this, like that. It's like yeah, so yeah. And she was like a grown woman then. So yeah, I think about it. Yeah.
So the thing that I look at is time just waits for nobody. So as we're getting older, we're in our 40s. These people are in their 70s, their 80s, their 90s, their
Yeah.
60s.
Yeah.
So they're older than us.
Elder. So.
So it's like you're looking and it just makes you realize that
You start looking at your own mortality.
you're not young anymore. And your childhood was 35 years ago. Your
That's
childhood was
really hits
35
you
years
like
ago.
really hits you as like some like shows like let's say you shows or movies you grew up watching when like it's more dead cast members than living
There you
ones. That's when it hits
go.
you. It's like yeah, I'm getting old. It's like yeah,
I'm getting older.
it's like
So that's just the thing that I think that come into perception of people that you grew up watching, shows that you may have loved, like a big one that
like what
affected me last year when Pee Wee Herman died. I was
yeah,
like, that was my childhood. Childhood unlocked. Who didn't watch Pee Wee's Big Adventure?
bigger
I loved that movie as a kid.
Pee Wee's Playhouse. We always watched
I
all of
watched it as a kid. I loved both of those. I
yeah.
loved watching Pee Wee as a kid, but I'm like, okay, if I'm in my 40s now, then yeah, he was in his 70s. Like, yeah, okay, that's accurate.
A big
Okay.
one with me is like what's happening is like just Raj, Dwayne, and D are the only cast members left like from the original
Yeah.
show. It's like yeah, that's it. It's like Rerun, Shirley, Mama, even like recurring characters like the Raj and D's father, he's gone. It's like
Yeah.
most of
Yeah.
your main cast stay out of there. It's like yeah, like you just yeah, when it starts hitting you, when there's more dead cast members than living ones, it's like yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Like the show that we grew up on, Sanford and Son, it's just Lamont.
Mine is the last one. It's like
And then recurring Donna still, but she was a recurring.
yeah.
Yeah, but Lamont is really just
Jefferson's like Marla Gibbs and Jenny, I think are
Jenny
last.
and the other Lionel,
The
right?
second Lionel, he's still here, yeah, because the first one died years ago, yeah. So
Mhm.
Lionel number two, like he's still yeah, yeah. So like that's when most of the cast is gone. That's when you start like yeah, you start feeling yeah, you feel your mortality, yeah.
You start feeling a little bit anxious, like, okay.
Dang, everybody on this show is damn near dead. I used to
Because
watch.
everybody has a birth date and everybody has a death date, but you can't see your death date. Nobody knows what their
Nobody
death
knows
date
their
is.
death date. Yeah, you know when
You
your
can't
birth
see it. Yeah,
uh,
you can't see it.
March 24th, but nobody knows what their death date is. It's like unless it's planned, unless you plan a planned suicide, there's no way
Okay,
of knowing your death
Kevorkian.
date. It's like
We have a Kevorkian people.
yeah, unless you have a planned suicide like that, nobody knows their death date.
Right. So that's just all that I say. It's just that, like, you don't have to be so like,
So nasty and a dick just because you don't care about the celebrity that somebody you mad about somebody else posted on their page. What kind
right.
of loser are you and shit? Trying to police somebody else's page.
Why are you mad? But I think there's just a lot of unnecessary anger that people have. And I think I just say to people, like, I'm gonna do the thing they say, give yourself a hug. I'm gonna go back to like to preschool or kindergarten, whatever. When your teacher told you, give ourselves a hug.
Yeah.
Give yourself a nice hug, and maybe you might feel better. That's
Oh,
all I got. That's all I got to help people out. I'm not a therapist, so.
and quick take before we get up out of here. Rest in peace to the Red Box. Who forgot to mention,
Oh yeah.
which
I'm like, people still watch
once
DVDs.
again, like people are still renting DVDs. That was a
That
shock.
that legit confused me.
It's like when the new the new when the Super Mario movie came out, like you went to the Red Box and rented it. When what's the
I
big
bought it on I bought it on Amazon Prime and we watched it on Amazon Prime and we still own it in our library.
people either watch it or like
That's what I did.
either buy it or stream it. Like now it's streaming. That's all I watch. I wait until the stream.
And then we found out, like, and then about a little bit after that, Marcus was like, we could have saved our money. Because the kids like, I would watch it. But it was only available to buy at the time and
Yeah.
then to buy or rent. And we was like, let's just buy it, whatever. And we buy it. And then we saw now it's streaming. We're
Streaming
like,
on, I think Amazon Prime, I believe.
we could have just waited, but I'm like, it's in our digital library, so whatever. We don't have to
You
just we just
might
want to
want to
watch it.
watch it like later when it's not streaming.
Yeah, when it's not streaming, then it's already there in the library. So I was like, whatever. It was a fun family movie, I say. So
Y'all still going
I'm
to
just surprised people still watch. I'm like, people still watch DVDs. Who owns a DVD player still? Like that's like my first question. Like, where do you even find it? Like,
because laptops don't even have a
they
DVD.
don't. Like, I'm looking at my computer now. They don't.
It's all flash drive now, whether it's A drive or the or USB-C. It's either USB-A or USB-C. Like most computers, like they got yeah,
Mhm.
they don't even have yeah, it's A or C. It's like what they got.
When somebody gave me a disc to like, well, you can look, and I'm like, I I ain't got that on none of my like. I have a work computer and I have my personal computer, and I don't have the disc on either one of my computers. So I'm like, I can't watch this. Like,
That
you
was the
gotta
thing.
find another way to
Like
give
if
me
you
this.
have if you have a DVD player, you could watch it on your laptop. But like most modern laptops don't have a
They don't
DVD
even
drive
have
on
it.
them. Yeah, it's all mostly USB-C. Some still have USB-A drives. It's like yeah, but it's mostly USB-C now. That's where we at now. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, not surprised that shit went dead. It's like because once streaming became a thing, it's like folks stopped buying physical media like that. It's like,
Oh, because the kids, Daddy, can we buy a game? And because they ask like him occasionally, like, Daddy, can I buy a game? And he'll look and say, okay, we can buy a game. You can buy a game. And then, you know, download it and it goes right to their thing.
oh, they
That's
never,
where we're at. They don't, my
you never
kids
know
don't
the
go to
joy. Never know the
GameStop.
joys of GameStop and waiting for them to open to
Wait
like
in line like this
to get mad the day it comes out and shit.
for 2K.
You never know that joy or WWE. You never know the joy of like getting that shit the day it comes out. Waiting
Yeah. Now my
pre-order.
kids
That's
are,
what's funny when people still pre-order stuff. Is like, what? It's all digital now. You don't have to pre-order.
you don't have
I
to
see people
pre-order.
doing that. Is like, yeah, you could pre-order my book or like pre-order my so and so. Like this, it's an ebook, so you don't have to. Back then, you pre-order to reserve your
Hold your
copy
spot. Yeah, because you want to hold
their
your
copy
spot.
because they have
Yeah.
physical copies of like Madden. So you had to pre-order where you put like what $5 down, $10 down, whatever the cost was to
Mhm.
like pre-order. That
That
was
way
the
you walk.
purpose.
So that way you walk past, as you say, you walk past the peasants in line. Like,
Yep. You pre-ordered yours, and
yeah, Oz.
you guaranteed a copy when you pre-order. Yeah, because you put money on
You
it.
got, you got, you got Madden for Oz. Yeah, here's your Madden Oz, and you like, you
I
walk
see
out.
people pre-order and stuff now. I'm like, yeah, like who pre-orders a digital copy of something? You can wait till that comes out and then just like click buy and shit. Yeah. You don't gotta click buy like 2 weeks in advance. Like I think it's just tradition because that's what people did
It's
for
just
so long.
tradition.
It's like when the new
Traditions
Madden's
are
coming
hard
out,
to
it's like
break.
okay, yeah, pre-order starts the 15th, yeah, and the game drops on the second of the following month, something like that. It's like it'd be like that, like you can pre-order, but and that was the thing you would pre-order to guarantee your copy. That's what, yeah. But now you ain't got to do that. You just wait till the thing comes out and then just download the shit. Yeah, but I think I'm done wrapping it
Yeah,
up.
can wrap it up.
Not another damn podcast, episode 370. We definitely appreciate you. You know what to do. Give us a like. Even if you're a tool, give us a like. Hey. Also, follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You can just subscribe, share, review all your platforms. Something about that. I forgot that. Something about Apple Podcast, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, and your Amazon Alexa devices.
And you can check me out at MSIMAH626 on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Also SCRHULAY1 on X, SCRHULAY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs.
Well, I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.